lot of bad, nasty things. But here's the thing. He tried to do what was in the greater good for the galaxy, which is why being a Sith.
Well, you have that
make you
choice
evil.
at the end of, the good or evil.
Well, no, even that wasn't the big thing. Was that even if, throughout the game, before you went to that choice, you were still kind of tracking down people, trying to find Vader, fight him, and all that stuff,
Yeah.
fighting for the Resistance, finding General Coda, that kind of thing. You were still a Sith. When he first finds General Coda's like, but you won't always be evil. He meets him again, and he's like, come on, old man, let's go. I'm good, but I still think you're an old coot, and I don't have to listen to you.
Yeah. And I've still never played the second one.
It's honestly, the Force Unleashed games kind of suck in my opinion. Great story, great concepts, but they need to be much longer than they are. The second one had like 5 levels.
Really?
5 levels, I shit you not.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I never played the second one, so I don't know. I mean, what is the story even about? Because I know, you die in unless you choose the dark side.
It's the good side, no matter what. The real ending is if you were good.
Yeah.
You think you're a clone.
Oh!
Darth Vader clones you, and he actually does clone Starkiller. Now, the whole thing is, do you know if you're a clone or not? Well, at one point, General Coda looks at him and is like, does it really matter if you're a clone? You might as well be Starkiller.
Yeah.
You're exactly the same dude. You're following the same way, and you still care about your woman. So, yeah.
I mean, I played a little bit, I think, on your Xbox once, and I remember, like, certain parts.
Both endings are just so fucking out there, because the good ending is, if you're good, you capture Darth Vader somehow. If you're bad, get this, if you're bad, you die, and it turns out that Darth Vader successfully cloned you. So, I don't know, really fucked up ending, but on that same form, Starkiller is no Jedi.
Yeah.
He may claim to be at some point, but honestly, he's no Jedi.
No.
He uses the power of anger a lot to fight, and that's a Sith thing.
That is.
But see, the thing is, the Sith realize that anger is an emotion. You can use it, and it's powerful.
Remember the one DC character, Raven?
Raven.
That's how she used her powers, was through her emotions. And that's how she was able to become stronger with her powers.
But with that kind of power came responsibility of controlling those emotions.
Exactly.
And that's kind of what the Sith do. The ones who became grossly evil are the ones who just lose sight of that power.
Yeah.
Lose sight of that emotion.
Yeah.
Control.
So, okay, then that can fall on 2 things. What if you don't want to be Sith or Jedi? What if you don't want to be either? You just want to learn.
It's basically called a gray Jedi.
You just want to learn everything and then push your limitations and become the best that you can be.
That's kind of being neutral, and it's called a gray Jedi.
That'd probably be where I'd stand then.
Yeah, gray Jedi, basically, they're just there. They know how to use the Force. They probably most likely have a lightsaber. At one point, they were either a Jedi or a Sith and had a falling out and didn't think that either way was really the right way, so they stay where they're at.
Right.
So I agree with that. I think that's kind of where I would be, too. Although Sith are more badass than Jedi, in my opinion.
But the choice given to us of Jedi or Sith, I would choose Sith. You know.
Okay, another one. Some good stuff. Give us more questions because
what else do you got?
You can ask us anything. I'm an open book. So is Psycho B for the most part.
How big is the tampon that is in Paul's beard?
Fuck you.
Ask us anything.
If that comes up, I'm going to hit you. But anyways, yes, guys, you can ask us anything. Any of the listeners
any questions that you have. I know a question that we get a lot, and it was recently after we played all the Emma Watson stuff. Why did we play Pop that one time? And I will straight up say it's because I lost sight. It's one of those things of, guys...
It was your emotions, and you were feeling a certain mood.
I was feeling a certain mood,
and Pop was the mood at the time, so that's cool.
Well, it wasn't Pop. It was the fact that I was dating Emma Watson, and
it's whatever, honestly. I've got a good one, because this is one. What happened to Mr. Hagen?
Gage?
What happened, ladies, to your favorite Mr. Hagen? What happened to him?
Well... I can answer that. I got to hang out with him just yesterday, actually. Yesterday. I got to see him yesterday.
Well, yeah, well, that's cool. I haven't seen him forever. So
Yeah, I know, but he's doing good. He's still with my old band FTS, which I left, and I'm gonna get that out right now. And I'm sure Brandon's listening, and I'm gonna be 100% transparent, blunt right now. Why I left FTS, and I have no problem with Brandon as a person. I have no problem with any of them as people. I love each and every one of them as a people. I love them. They're still my brothers, regardless of the business decisions that they make. And what it is, Brandon, I miss a couple band practices, right? And he flips, and I can understand that. He treats this like a real job. He wants this to be his future. I do too. Music is my life too. But here's another thing. What he does is automatically when I go to him, I was saying, I've been thinking about this for a while because I brought all these problems to you of everything that I've had with them, of how my voice always goes unheard with them. No matter what. Even when I bring the problems to them, my voice always went unheard, and I was like, okay, screw this. I finally said that I'm thinking about leaving. I just can't do this anymore. And so finally, what had happened, he asked, can I have the bass? Like, let me borrow his bass to be a part of the band. The last time that I was there, I had that bass with me, and I was playing all the songs, and I was having fun, that last practice that I was at. And he goes, can I have the bass back? I want to just work on some bass riffs, And I'm like, sure, I'll be back in next band practice to get it. Sure enough, I had to work. I missed that band practice. So I call him up I text him the next week. I'm like, hey, sorry I missed last band practice. Are we having practice tonight? Can I show up? And his text automatically is, yeah, we're having a new bassist come in today. What? When I said I wasn't even 100% sure that I was going to leave, I said I was on the fence. I wasn't one side or the other. I was thinking about it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to leave yet, but thanks for forcing my fucking hand in that decision.
It's kind of like a backstab.
He basically slapped me in the fucking face with that.
And I mean, that's messed up. I mean,
and this is how I look at it.
Guys. Like, honestly, I used to go to the practices and enjoy the music. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be honest. With today's economy, you need jobs. You need to get out there and work.
Yeah.
There's just no way you can.
And here's the thing. With
you're not
what he did,
and listening to your stuff. You need to go on tours.
And with what he did, he smacked me in the face as hard as he possibly could with that. And literally the whole time, when I brought it up to him, he only kind of winced at it. When I said I was thinking about leaving. Shutef, our drummer, oh my God, he was depressed about it. He's like, what? I'm losing you? I don't want to lose you. He was sad about it. When I called Gage up and told him, he was depressed about it. He's like, man, I can't believe what I'm hearing. I'll support you no matter what, but man, I really don't want you to leave. Same with Shutef. Brandon, he's sitting there. Well, I guess we better start looking for a new bassist just in case, I'm like, really? You're going to say that to my fucking face like that?
Like, honestly, here's the thing, okay? This is the kind of shit that really breaks up bands. Not just the women, because that happens a lot.
Yoko Ono and the Beatles. Perfect example.
Yeah, sorry, but it's the truth. A lot of women do break up bands.
And I will say that almost happened with me when I was dating Emma. I had that attitude. You saw it firsthand. If I had that attitude of, I'm dating a celebrity, I'm already making a name for myself, I can say fuck all of you if I want to.
The thing is that I've been burned by these guys. They're still cool. I'd still love to hang out with them.
Yeah.
It's just like
on a personal, no music involved, personal, having fun basis, I would love to do it. But when it comes to the business aspect of how they try and run it, how Brandon tries to run it, and just everything how it gets done, it fucking wasn't there, It was not working for me, and I finally said, I'm done, because I'm tired of getting, this knife in my back and a slap to my face. And then finally, he just gave me one last hard slap to the face.
It's almost like basically he pushed you out the door.
What I see when I look at Brandon, and I'm probably going to get a call from him later. He might be listening right now, and he might be like, bro, why were you saying all that about me? Because this is how I feel right now. This is how I feel. He's only in it for the music and in it for himself. He wasn't looking at a bro that was, a brother like he called me. That was, in need of another brother to sit there and be like, dude, it's cool. We can change things. Gage even said he was willing to try and change things to make it stay for me to stay. When I called him the day that I told him, he was still in Washington D.C. or in Washington, you know.
Okay, see, here's the thing. Why the hell can Cage go off for like I don't know how long to Washington D.C. and that be okay, but you miss because of work and people get pissed off?
Right.
Okay, like here's the thing. Okay,
And-
I love
but-
Cage.
and-
Cage is awesome. He was my friend for the longest. I don't know what's going on with him. I haven't seen or heard from him in forever.
Mhm.
It's whatever. I obviously am just not something that he can have in his life right now. Whatever. But, you know, there was just a lot of shit at the end of everything. And then I couldn't keep going to the band practices.
Yeah.
And
But it's my beef
I can
isn't
see
with
it.
Gage. I still love Gage. Me and him still hang out. But me and him were working on songs yesterday. Me and him have a whole new side. He has his side project I've been helping him out with. I got my new projects that I'm working on. He's helping me with.
Uh-huh.
And you know, and it's all that. But when I look at Brandon, when he just does all these things, it just makes me feel he's not in it for, you know, what
Not
I
in it
do.
for-
I don't. He's in it for the money. He's in it to get fame for himself. He's in it for himself. He's not in it because this is.
He's looking at it like a job and not a brotherhood.
He's looking at more of a job and not a passion. That's what I see it as. And ever since he picked up a guitar, and this was the thing, back when I was the lead guitar, I out-shredded Brandon. Back when he first picked up a guitar, I out-shredded him. Everyone heard me. I can still shred like a motherfucker. Yeah, he can do a lot of sweeps and come up with a lot of cool stuff. I'm coming up with cool stuff too. I can get him in a guitar battle. It'll probably be a really close battle between me and him. But
It would
here's
be
the thing.
interesting.
Here's the thing. Ever since he picked up a guitar, he had this douchebag attitude of, and he was the self-name. He gave himself the self-title, and anytime someone asked us about, and he was there, he was like,
guitarist.
he said, "I'm lead guitarist." I'm like, "No, you're not. No, you're not."
Because
Because I'm sitting here like, okay,
for someone on
and
the
it was
outside
all-
of the band, from someone talking from outside of the band, every time the group would play music,
Mhm.
every time you'd play a song like Avarice or something, the lead guitar lines, the ones where you hear the solos and everything, were played by you.
mm-hmm.
They were.
And-
I'm sorry, to me, the person who plays the solos and does all the shredding is the lead guitarist.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being the backup guitarist. In fact, that's almost more important.
It is.
But the thing is don't go around screaming that when it's not your job.
Yeah.
Care about your brothers.
He gave himself the self-named title since day one. I remember it was 4th of July. This one person comes up to us, and we're talking about how we're in a band too. He was in a band. He was playing a show at the 4th of July thing that we were at in Mustang Park.
Mhm.
And the guy comes up to us after it's all, you know, getting late in the night. He comes up to us and he goes, "So, like, what do you guys play?" Brandon first, like, fires off before any of us can open our mouths. He's like, "Oh, I'm lead guitar." And I'm like, I'm sitting there looking at him. I had to pause because I was about to say I was lead guitar. I pause, and I stop and look at him like, "Are you fucking serious right now? That's bullshit." Because this was back, especially when he was still just figuring out guitar, you know. He was just, you know, he could sweep. I could barely sweep and stuff like that. He's doing all this stuff, but I'm sitting here like, okay, you may be better than me and know more things in certain aspects, but you only know that because you took guitar lessons and stuff. I'm self-taught. I've been self-taught since day fucking one when I picked up a guitar. Everything I know is because I sat down and actually gave a damn to learn it. He sat down because someone fucking taught him how to do it. You know? And it's bullshit how he tried to do everything, and it just pissed me off, you know?
And we're getting a little psychotic here. So
We're getting sidetracked, and I'm getting pissed off, so...
honestly, just end of the story. Really, the original question was, what happened to Mr. Hagen? And I guess I can answer that, is that he's got a lot of shit on his plate right now.
He does. He has a
know,
lot of stuff going on.
And he's probably being stalked. Like, Mike, I'll tell you this on the next music break because it scared the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it scared the shit out of him because he made a certain comment.
Mm-hmm.
All I can say is this, Laurel 2.0.
Uh-huh. I got another funny thing when the musical break comes up. I'm gonna... I got something funny to tell you, and you're gonna shudder at the thought of it. But I want to talk about a quick happy subject, okay?
A good happy subject.
Let's talk about a happy subject. What is... let's talk about happy bro moments, all right? Let's talk about some happy fucking bro moments and no gay butt sex, all right? No gay butt sex of you and John.
No John and Brandon stuff.
Yeah, no John and Brandon. But,
Different Brandon.
Not different Brandon. This is a whole different Brandon. But this is Brendan Decker. I'll say his full fucking name. He knows who we're talking about.